Ooh. Hey babe, I'm shredded.
You've been running through my mind, and I've been thinking that it's just about time we get together, right? So come on.
Come on. Oh, my hand's oh god. Oh, this was going so well. Bush. Da-na. Chocolate orange will be accompanying the oats today. What's up, guys? And Liam here, and Charlotte in the background. Say hi, Charlotte. And welcome back to LSJ TV. We're going for a chocolate orange flavoured bowl of oats today. We're going to go for a big kind of scoop and a half or so. Yeah, a little bit less than 2 today. Really get a nice flavour and a kick of protein first thing in the morning. I've actually been playing this game on my Instagram of Guess the Flavour, and the past like 5 days it's not been salted caramel because we are out of salted caramel. So every single day people are voting salted caramel, like 50 people every single day, and unfortunately you guys are wrong. But today, if you guess chocolate orange, you would be correct. It's gonna be a good one. Drop it a like. And let's get it started!
Come on! So come on!
Good girl. So today, it's actually going to be a bit of a Q&A, but you know how we do Q&As with LSJ, we don't just sit down and answer a bunch of questions, because that's boring, and we ain't boring. We are creative up in here. We are creative on this channel. So what we are going to be doing today is kind of just going throughout my day, and I'll be answering as many questions as I possibly can, sort of in the time frame that I have to film this video, which is not very long. But question number 1, next merch drop. Hopefully relatively soon. Obviously COVID is kind of hopefully fading out now, and so I can start to get back in contact. But on that note, any remaining stock, any remaining teas, and the OHP plans are still 40% off, so link in the description box will of course be directly helping me out for my car, which is not very well, and I need a new one. That story coming soon. But I'm gonna do some cardio first, and yeah, on with the day. But any help, appreciated team. Obviously it goes to the Pray for Alison Fund, aka my back pocket, aka my new car. Yeah.
You've been running. You've been running. You've been running. You've been running.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much, mate. Have a good one, cheers. Thank you. I think they've given us an extra box. 2 mediums and 2 sides. 2 mediums and 3 sides there.
Wow, chicken poppers!
Cheers, Brie.
I've never had chicken poppers.
That's nice. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Oh, let's eat. Well,
Oh my Christ.
hey, you know what, babe?
What?
We've earned this.
I haven't.
We've earned this. Big time. said I wasn't going to sit here and just answer questions because I hate that and that's boring, but I wasn't actually, where's my spoon? I wasn't actually planning on having something like this to eat, so I'm just going to sit and eat and answer a couple of questions while I do so. That pizza, amazing. This cheesecake, 1 minute. Oh yeah, it's amazing. Okay, best equipment for vlogs and YouTube advice, any YouTube advice. Best equipment, probably one of these, because pretty much everybody has a smartphone of some sort. If you're watching this, it could potentially, it's probably on a smartphone, maybe on a PlayStation, something like that. If you have one of these, you can make a YouTube channel. You can literally record, edit, and upload straight from your phone. So to start off this, then progress to something maybe like a smaller one, because it's a bit weird going from talking to your phone, going to talking to a big camera if you just do it like that, right? So if you go from using your phone to a smaller camera, and then as you kind of get used to it, slowly we kind of upgrade your camera and camera size as you kind of go along. That would kind of be my best tip in terms of equipment, but definitely start off using your phone before you go buying a bunch of stuff, because you might not enjoy it. It's a lot of work, right, for very little reward. So to start off with anyway, and so if you're not going to enjoy it, then you don't want to have spent like $5 on bloody equipment. So start off with your phone to see if you enjoy it, and then if you do, then buy stuff. That makes sense, right? Yeah. In terms of advice specifically for YouTube, I don't know if I'm the right person to ask because I've only got 3,000 people, but just post. Like, don't overthink it. If you think something is cool, if you like making something and you make something, you're like, oh yeah, quite proud of that. Stick it up. Just make it. People just don't start, so just start and you'll be fine, really. Get the momentum rolling, you know? Next question. How would you make a workout routine / schedule / split? There's a couple of things that you can do with this, and I mentioned it maybe 2 or 3 videos ago, probably a bit more than that to be fair, I bloody lose track nowadays. But divide it up into how much time you are willing to put, how much time you have to put into the gym. So if you have time on 5 days of the week, how many of those 5 days are you realistically going to want to go? Because if you have 5 days, but you only really want to go 3, you're only going to go 2 or 3 times. So don't follow a 5-day plan if you're going to do, you know, when it comes to actually designing your own plan, you kind of have to evaluate all of the things, all of the factors, where you train, how much time you have to train, how much you want to train, how much you're actually going to stick to, all this kind of stuff. But again, just don't overthink it, you know? Just train and enjoy. Okay, this is a good one. Bitter Man United fan here. Any chance you would swap allegiance over to us? Absolutely not. Do not be bitter, because your time will come back around in a few years' time, I think. I think you'll gradually build things up. Man United has that kind of status, you know? Liverpool just didn't have it for the last, 20, 30 years, you know. I've been called a glory supporter and all this kind of stuff. I'm only in my early 20s, you know. I've supported Liverpool and they've not won a single frigging thing. They won a Champions League in 2005, but that was about it. I was 7. I had no idea what was going on. Glory supporter supporting Liverpool. Flipping heck. If I can support Liverpool around the Andy Carroll, Joe Cole up front times, I can support them now too and enjoy the victories. Thank you very much. So, there is a ton, and I mean a ton, quite unexpectedly. I don't know why I'm surprised about this. A ton of questions coming in about the car. My car is called Alisson, after the Liverpool goalkeeper, Alisson Becker. Yes, I know, Liverpool fan. Just kind of worked at the same time. Actually, one of my sister's kids, my nieces, actually used to say Alison. They used to go to school. One of their teachers was called Alison, or had a friend at school called Alison or something. But because they were really young, they couldn't say Alison. So they said Alicent. And at the time when I got the car, it just became a thing that Alison was said all the time. And I was like, actually, Audi, Alison. Alison the keeper, you know, it just worked. It just kind of fell into place and the car was called Alison. But to cut long story short, I will explain this in a proper video, a full video, maybe in like a week or so. I'm hoping to have the whole situation sorted by then, but to cut long story short, it's not looking good for Alison, okay? She was an old bird as it was, and things go wrong. When you get to that age, cars are just machines at the end of the day, and machines break. So yeah, it's not looking too good on that front. That's all I'll say for now. You know, we're kind of looking around and all of that. Basically for a replacement. Nothing is set in stone for that yet. But I will tell you the whole story as soon as I can. I don't want to just like say half the details now because I don't fully know what's going on, but once it's all sorted, once it's all finished, I will update you with a good old story time kind of vid. You know, you guys like those videos, don't you? Yes, you do. Drop the video a like if you do. You have? You already have? Fan-fucking-tastic. So, next question from Harvey. Who inspires you? Who in the fitness industry inspires you? In terms of like work ethic, right now in particular, Christian, Rob Lipsett, this is Christian Guzman, Rob Lipsett. I like their work ethic. It's something I've always admired and looked up to. I know neither of them are uploading as much right now, but they got a lot going on, you know. Back in the day, I used to watch a lot of Hodge Twins. They taught me a lot about training kind of back in the day. They did a really good job of just simplifying everything and kind of engraved the don't overcomplicate thing in my head. So if you haven't heard of Hodge Twins, go and check them out. Really funny guys, twins, funnily enough. There's also people like Elliot Hulse. I don't watch him anymore, but I used to watch him a lot, like a lot. This guy got me through college, you know, just in terms of mindset and just a lot of kind of philosophy talk, which sounds a bit weird when you say it in this kind of context, but his kind of mindset and just, again, work ethic is something that I have always admired. You know, these people are all very, very successful. And so I look up to them and take as many kind of little tips from them as I possibly can. So, next question. Hold up. When will you be going to a gym for the Best Gym series, maybe? Not yet, in a few weeks maybe. I know the gym's opened here in the UK, or England at least, the other day. I will not be going for now because I've had a gym this whole entire time. I feel like it's a bit selfish of me to kind of go straight away, bearing in mind gyms are pretty much at capacity right now. I don't want to be one of those people that's at capacity, that's forcing it to be at capacity, you know? I want to let you guys have the gyms for a little bit first, and not only that, I want things to kind of settle down a little bit more, in particular for the Best Gym series, because if we're going to get like a few of us going to a gym, like a few of you guys coming along to a random gym or whatever, I personally wouldn't be comfortable with doing that right now. It's just not, I'm not quite there yet, you know. I've only seen my friends once since February. So, you know, I'm not quite there yet. I'm not even sure if I didn't have this place that I would go straight to the gym now. I probably wouldn't I, to be fair. I will wait at least a couple of weeks on that and see kind of how that progresses. That's one thing that I actually saw on Instagram. I shared it on my story maybe a week ago or something like that. Now that lockdown is easing, don't just expect everybody and all of your friends and all this kind of stuff just to be comfortable again with doing stuff like, oh, do you want to go for dinner? Like, don't be offended if they say no. They might just genuinely not feel comfortable about that. Like, you know, they might have family that they don't want to pass it on to, or they just don't want to get it for themselves. Like, people are going to kind of come out of this phase at their own pace. And if you are watching this and you haven't been to the gym yet, fair play, because you are sticking to your guns. It's not what you want to do. You're not ready for it. Just go when you feel like you are. My kind of way personally for easing myself back to normality, whatever the hell that's going to be now, is just doing little things like going and having my hair cut. I'm probably going to go and have a haircut. Well, I'll sort my car out first. I don't have a car right now. When I have a car again, I will drive over to Nottingham and get a haircut. And, you know, I'm going to the supermarket a bit more and just things like that. I haven't gone to dinner or for drinks with anyone yet. But I do plan on doing so soon. So just a little note there, if your friends have said no to stuff, just take a step back and think, maybe they're just not quite there yet, you know? I know that's completely separate from what we were talking about and what the video was about. I apologize for that, but sometimes I just get these moments of like inspiration when you're talking to a bunch of people, you know? Right, okay, let's do one more question and we will round off today's video. What am I gonna call it? I might just call it some friggin' cheat day video because I had a cheesecake and a pizza, right? That's a pretty good title. New low weigh-in and a cheat day. I've had them both in one video, so not a cheat day, I had a pizza, but you know what I mean. Anyway, okay, here's a good nice light one to finish on. Who are your favourite YouTubers other than yourself? Nice one, Joe, like it. Of course, with me at the top. No, I'm funny about watching my own content back. It's a bit weird. Don't get me wrong, I'm proud of everything that I put out and I think it's a great video and stuff, but just something about hearing your own voice over and over again, it's just a bit like, oh, okay. But in terms of like favorites, I suppose that kind of feeds, if you like, into who inspires me the most. People like Rob, people like Christian, Max Tuning, you know, just to name a few. I could go on and on and on. I watch a lot of you. Pretty much, I have YouTube on in the background a lot of the time when I'm editing, and I spend like 60 hours a week editing. I'm no joke. Pretty much anybody that has their head screwed on and is doing well for themselves, I like watching that journey, if you like. I know that sounds silly and cliche and stuff, but I like watching that, like Christian building Alpha Land right now. Like that's fucking awesome, you know, like that is just so big. That is like never been done before. It's amazing. And you got to bear in mind that he's got like so many people saying, why the fuck is he doing this? He can't do this. What an idiot, what a waste of money, blah, blah, blah. And he's just there like, watch me, bitch. And I love that. I friggin' love it to bits. So just anyone that's got their head screwed on, I can quite happily watch, you know. I hope you have enjoyed today's video, guys. Thank you all for the love on the car and all this kind of stuff, like all the messages. I know it sounds silly, but it's nice to receive things like you guys care. That's nice for me personally. So I appreciate that. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, please do me a massive favor. Drop it a like. It will take you 2 seconds, cost you 0 pennies. And it will really, really help a brother out. Let's try and smash 75 likes on this video and build that momentum. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow, I think, for the next video. Much love. Together we will grow. I'll see you then.